So it comes to that part where we start dating. And there's that moment where you have to tell the parents that you're dating somebody. So Tina goes first, and she tells her parents about me. She says, Mom and Dad, I met somebody. I say, oh my gosh, we're so happy, Tina. We were worried. We were worried. We knew you could do it, though. We knew it. So they say, well, tell us about him. Tell us about him. And he said, all right, well, he's Italian. Like, oh my God, Italian. I love Alfredo sauce. Oh my God. This guy is already a keeper in my book. Love Italians. Okay. All right. Well, tell me more about it. Okay, he's an Italian from New York. Oh, an Italian from New York. Okay. Oh, he's not a Yankees fan, is he? All right. You seem happy, so whatever. We'll get over it. Okay. So he's an Italian from New York. Great. And where does he live? He lives in Brooklyn. Oh. So you're dating an Italian from New York who lives in Brooklyn. Now, let me quick sidestep. There is a rule in comedy writing. Comedians use this rule all the time. Sketch comedians, people who write sitcoms, stand-up comedians, improv comedians, they use this rule to write their bit or their show. And the rule is simply, if that is true, then what else is true? You can think about the world that comedies have brought you into. Right? They brought you into this world by establishing if that is true, then what else is true? If that is true, what else is true? And they get you bring into this ridiculous setting that they have built and created, this community. It's beautiful. So Tina's parents decide that they want to apply that rule to this conversation, and they ask no more questions. They say, we'll take it from here. They said, okay, so you're dating an Italian from New York who happens to live in Brooklyn. Great, so he's in the mafia. And I might be. So they said, okay, he's an Italian from New York and he's in the mafia. Great. That means, those mafia guys, they all have fun nicknames. So unbeknownst to Tina, unbeknownst to me, her parents are referring to me behind closed doors as Jimmy Biscuits. Friends, I need you to hear me when I say I have never been given a more accurate nickname. I friggin' love biscuits. I had some yesterday. But her parents got there by banging through if that is true, then what else is true? That's how we got to Jimmy Biscuits. Now, it came time for me to meet them. We meet at the Minnesota Twins baseball park, Target Field. We go to Target Field, and there's all these people around. I'm like, Tina, how are we going to find your parents? She's like, I think I know what my parents look like. I'm like, all right, fine. Turns out it was easy to spot them because they were holding a sign that said, it's Jimmy Biscuits' first Twins game. When I tell you I fell in love immediately, if you can take a joke that far, you're my people. And I lucked out in the in-law draw. They are incredible human beings. But it's interesting because they took this concept of if that is true, then what else is true, and they ran with it. We do that when we meet somebody. We do that all the time. We hear a little bit of information about them, or we see something about them, and then we say, okay, I think I got it figured out here. We write people's stories before we've ever even heard them. We do this all of the time. Think about it in our world today, right? Oh, you're wearing a mask? If that's true, I know what else is true. Oh, you're not wearing a mask? Oh, if that's true, I know what else is true. Oh, you're wearing a red hat? If that's true, I know what else is true. Oh, you have a coexist bumper sticker on the back of your Prius? If that's true, I know what else is true. Right? Oh, you wore that to the conference? If that's true, I know what else is true. Oh, you did this? Oh, you're with them? Oh, I've heard about that association. If that's true, I know what else is true, right? We do this all the time. We do this all the time, and the reason why we do it is because assuming is easier than learning. Assuming is easier than learning, but that doesn't mean it's right. Just because it's easier doesn't mean it's right. But we do this all the time, and I hope you hear me using we language, because I'm also a work in progress. I'm also a work in progress. I put my foot in my mouth just last week. And so the thing is that if assuming is easier than learning, why do we do it? We do it because our brains are incredible pattern generators. Our brains love themselves a pattern, because when we create a pattern, we become more efficient. Think about it. If tomorrow I told you I want you to put your toothpaste on your toothbrush in the opposite direction, you'd have to get up and be like, what do I normally do? And then if I told you I need you to brush your tooth, I assume you have more, maybe your teeth too. No judgment, no matter what you got going on. But if I told you I need you to brush your teeth with the opposite hand than you normally do, you would be like, oh, I don't even know if this one reaches, right? You'd be like,